Hey everybody, welcome to a video showing how I wired a smart thermostat requiring a C wire from an old thermostat that only had two wires. Two. So, full disclaimer here, I am not an electrician. I am not a HVAC professional. Do this at your own risk. Yeah, that's right. I'm just showing you what I did. If you learn something, again, it's your fault. What we're going to do is we're going to take the two-wire system, this system here. Worked great for a while. It's kind of acting up, so we decided to go with a smart system, which is this. There we go. So as you may have noticed, my connections are already made, and I tested this out and it works, thus proving I'm not as stupid as I look. The first thing that you need to do is pull the cover off your thermostat or pull your thermostat cover. Now, obviously different thermostats require different methods. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop this off. This one just pops off like this. Okay, what I've discovered in my research is that the R wire is the 24 volt feed. So we're receiving 24 volts from the boiler. And the W wire is what returns the 24 volts back into the system and has the system turn on. So pretty simple system. Before they were done with mercury switches, like those old dials. This was a better system, no mercury. Actually, I don't know if it contains mercury or not. I don't think it does. But that doesn't matter for this video. So we know that the R is 24 volts in, and the white is the return. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with modern 18.5. This is 18 gauge, 5 wire, special thermostat wire, because we might upgrade the system later on, so might as well have the wires here. So right now we're going to take this apart. Before you touch any of this, you got to make sure you turn off the system. Now, turn it off at the circuit breaker or turn it off at the switches. So my switch looks like this, and I'm going to shut this off. So I'm trying to be double safe. I shut off the switch at the service switch, and I shut off the switch on the circuit breakers. So now we can take this apart. So as you can see, this old system has the cloth braided wire, the cloth braided sheathing, and it has 3 wires. This one wasn't connected. The red one wasn't connected, so unfortunately we need 4 wires. 4. So the colors that I've chosen are the white, the yellow, the red, and the blue. Not that that matters for anything. It just gives me an idea on what I need to do downstairs. So an unfortunate part about taking this and turning it into this is you're going to have quite a bit of exposed. So we need to paint that. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to show you how to fix this or match the paint color. There's plenty of videos out there for that. But just quickly, I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to cut out a bit of the wall and bring it down to Lowe's and have them match the paint. Now, don't cut it in a conspicuous place. I would never cut it here. I'm going to find a spot behind like the radiator or something and try to cut it there so I can take it down to Lowe's or Home Depot. All right, quick tip here. I've already fished this through. Not going to show you how I did that because, you know, every house is different, so that would just be silly. But little tip, so the wire, after fishing the wire through, I wrapped it around the screwdriver So in case I pull it from the bottom, it doesn't go back down. Okay guys, we're at the connection from upstairs. This is where I snake the wire down. This is the 24 volt transformer that you need to buy. On this side, you're not going to see this, but up top here, this says C and this says R. So this is the type of transformer that you have to buy. Just feeds into 110, or feeds from 110. These are the two wires coming from the furnace. This is a 24 volt feed, and this is the return. This is the white wire, red wire, what I'm going to use as the common wire. So this is the C from the transformer, this black wire here, which becomes the C upstairs in the thermostat. This red wire here is going to be the R, which is going to be the RC up in the thermostat. So I use this block here, it's very convenient. So again, furnace or boiler in my case, 24 volt feed, the return to make the boiler actually kick on. So I know what's going on upstairs. I just left these connected that way. It's easy for me. The blue wire, I'm going to make my common. And this yellow wire, I'm going to make the RC. Okay guys, we're at the boiler. We made sure our switch is off, of course. Taking the transformer plate off, because this was just attached here. And as you can see, this has the wires receiving the 110 and also feeding the 24 volt. So the blue wire is the 24 volts out. So it says right on there, thermostat connection. So this is the feed into the system. And this is the switched wire. So this is the return. This white wire is the return from the thermostat. So that goes into the other thermostat connection. And this brown wire basically tells the system to turn on once the thermostat requires it. So that's what it is. So the red wire is the 24 volt feed from the transformer. And the white wire is going to be the return. So I will make this the R upstairs, and I will make this the W upstairs. Kind of easy. Now I'll put this plate back on, and we'll go back upstairs. Okay guys, we're back upstairs. As you saw, we have two 24 volt feeds, one that shuts off with the boiler, and one that is constantly on as long as there's power in the house. So from the 24 volt transformer, we have the blue wire and the yellow wire, which became our common wire, and our RC wire. That feeds the system itself. The system needs 24 volts regardless. That's why it's not battery operated. The furnace wires are the R wire and the W wire. And what happens is the R wire is a 24 volt feed and the white wire is the return. So when the system kicks on, it shuts off, it closes that contact and feeds the system back down. These are pretty easy to connect. I'll show you how it's done. What we do is we strip a bit. It's like a 1/2 inch, 3/8 to a 1/2 inch. And we just push it in until it feels snug. If I pull on this right now, it won't pull out. What you need is a tiny screwdriver. Push this in, and it pops right out. So that's pretty easy. The big important thing to note here is this right here. This is an R to RC jumper. You will need to pull this for this to work. This is connected over here. It's connected right there. My fingers are too big to kind of show you it, but from the R to RC, that would feed this to this. Normally that would work fine, but like I said, when I shut off my boiler, I shut off the 24-volt transformer at the boiler and thus killing the system. So we pull this, and that's why we have to feed a separate RC. That's why they put it there. So the system, this thermostat would remain on and give you all the information that you want on your house, on the outside temperature, if the boiler goes off, if you shut off the boiler manually. So my connections are, the common wire was the blue wire from downstairs, and it's marked on the transformer. My RC wire is the yellow wire. That's the R connection from the transformer. The R, just the single R, is the 24-volt feed from the boiler transformer. And the W is the white wire. That's the return that says to the boiler, hey, you need to kick on and start working, because this guy's cold. All right, guys, this is what I did. As you can see, I feed my boiler transformer with 110. It turns into 24 volts AC. One goes into the R in the thermostat. The white is the return to the boiler itself. The C is the feed for the boiler. It's direct. So this acts as the switch for the boiler. To keep the thermostat on, you need that second 24-volt transformer, and it's 24-volt AC. So you need a plug-in transformer, and what you do is mine came with an R, so I connected that to the RC, and then the common wire is connected to the C. Now, for this to work, you got to take out the R to RC jumper. Most thermostats have that in there. You need to pull that so the thermostat works fine. Again, this is what I did. I'm not suggesting that you do the same thing. Do your research. Do it at your own risk. Hope this helps. As you can see, I need to clean this up. I've put it in level, so it's nice and level. I've made all my connections, like just showed you earlier. Push this all back down because this doesn't have a ton of space in here to accept it. So now, just pop it in. The system will come on. Takes a second to boot up. And there you go. It's waiting for the update. I already did the setup on my Wi-Fi. Okay, the system is actually booted up. But an important note is when you do your initial setup, that I won't show you because it's super easy on this piece, take a picture of your MAC address. It'll give you a MAC address and a CRC address. Take a picture of it because you will need it to register the system and make it communicate with your app on your phone or your computer. You can look at this from your computer or an app on your phone. It's super nice. So if you have like vacation property and you want your cooling system to start before you get there, or you want your heating system to start before you start skiing, listen to me, skiing, right. This guy don't ski. I've got mine on a schedule. So right now it's following the schedule. It's set to 68. It's warmer in here because all the testing that I was doing. So that's nice. Outdoor temperature is 47. Humidity is 43. And, you know, you can just go through your settings, go through your modes, color themes. So it's a smart system. Right now, National Grid is giving a $75 rebate towards these things, which I have to apply for still. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. Like I said in the beginning, this is just what I did. It works for me. This video is for entertainment purposes only and not to be meant as a tool or a guide. So if you screw something up, blow up your house, or do whatever, it's on you. As always, big salute to the troops. Please recycle, reuse. Try to save some money. Peace out. Hey guys, just a quick little addendum is I couldn't find this friggin' paint, and these are plaster walls, so cutting a piece of chip and bringing it down to Lowe's was an impossibility. So what I did is I added a little bit of molding. I probably should have made a video about it, but I didn't. Sorry about that, but this is a finished product. I just gotta add the molding paint, which is the brown, that paint. That I do have. So, hope this video helped you guys. If it didn't, sorry. But like and subscribe. Bye. This common goes into dog. Arr. One feed in. W is the return. That's the dog. What? Boomer, stop. Stop. Go lay down. Go lay down. Please. He wants to be in the picture too.